And hello, everybody. Welcome to G-Man Interviews. We have with us back today for a second interview, Rich Lopp. How you doing, Rich?
Doing all right, man. What's going on?
I'm doing good myself. And I also have with me today a very special guest joining me in the interview questioning. We have the rock and roll shaman himself, Jeremy Thomas. How you doing, Jeremy?
Good. How are you, brother? Good to see you. I hear you.
Doing good. So, Jeremy, glad you can join me today. Let's have you start off a question for Rich Lopp. What question do you have to ask Rich Lopp?
Well, I guess the one question I have is how long you've been playing music and how much of a part of your life has it been? I noticed you write songs, and is that a big part of spirituality for you?
Well, I've been playing guitar since I was 9 years old. So let's see, I'm 29 now. It's almost 21 years I've been playing. I actually lost the passion for it very recently, and I'm trying a whole lot to get it back. But to answer the last question, yes, it is becoming a kind of, I wouldn't really call it a spiritual thing, but it's definitely something that I'm doing in one of the games that I'm playing, tithing my talent. And I'm using that to help get, I don't know, I guess get myself back in touch with it, to get the passion back. Because, people actually do really like the music, but I just know so much about it that, to me, for me personally, in monitoring my frequency, to write a song that a lot of people can relate to, most people are in very low vibration. Misery loves company, right? So, in order to write a song that thousands of people like to hear, and I've signed autographs over these songs, matter of fact, I didn't get to finish it, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, but I was in the studio to get a song put on the radio in Louisville, Kentucky about 2 years ago, and never actually finished it. But to write a song that you can get that many people to like, usually you have to lower your vibration to match theirs. And that's one of the things that I have a very hard time doing. Some of the best, in my opinion, it's not the best, but some of the things that people like the most are actually very low frequency. Very, very low vibration, low frequency, painful things that I have to pull up and pull out of myself that I don't want to think about anymore. It's something that happened in the past. You moved on. You're good. You're not thinking about that no more. Well, now I find myself with this guitar, and I'm having to pull some of those memories back out of the sandbox and look at them, And I'm trying to now figure out a way to do that that's not so painful,
Well, you know what? It's very interesting, man. And because, your video today was about pulling yourself out of your box, basically, and being able to look at everything from a totally different perspective. And when you said that, it really hit home with me because it's something that just I had an experience with meditation like 2 days ago, a breakthrough that I came in on my own, and then the next thing I know, Rachel Kirkland talked about it, and then you talked about it tonight. When I knew we were doing this interview, I listened to your latest, and I think you put it up tonight. But anyways, it was about doing that, and when you were just talking, what totally came up to me was that what I have been doing to fall back in love with my music, because all my music is based on the past, all these love lost, but, I don't put it necessarily in a category of low vibration. I put it in a category of maybe a sadness or a love vibration. But at the same time, I am literally doing what you said. I am looking at Jeremy playing the song. I'm just looking at myself, and everybody else thinks I'm up there doing it, but I'm actually above myself without even, truly being above myself. I'm letting the background disappear between me, the music, and myself. And it's almost like I just become the song instead of taking it on as my task if that makes any sense. Yeah. I didn't mean to take up the time there, but it really touched me, really hit me when you said that, and then after you just told me that you're struggling with it, I just felt like that might help you because you're really good at doing that in conversations. Maybe you could try it in your music.
Yeah. Like I said in the video, I do struggle. When I say these things, it's more or less from things that I have accomplished already. I still have my fears. I still have my anxieties and my depressions, and working through them and all that. I don't ever mean to give off any kind of impression that I'm some kind of perfect angel. I'm absolutely not. It requires work every single day, and music to me started off being something that I was highly passionate about. I didn't have a normal childhood. My childhood consisted of martial arts. I'm also a black belt in martial arts. I don't talk about that a whole lot because I don't think it's cool to be able to whoop somebody's ass. But I went ahead and gave that up and focused on music, and my entire childhood basically consisted of taking martial arts classes and guitar lessons. And my teenage years consisted of me sitting in front of my processor. I had a processor, an RP 350 Digitech, that I hooked headphones up to, and I'd program me a drum beat and just rip a guitar to shreds for hours every single day. And I really, really worked very hard to get to the level that I'm at. And now it just feels like that passion, I've lost it. It's just gone. That what I just talked about was among many different things that really drags me down about it. But I guess if I wanted to get too technical about it, whatever neurotransmitters are responsible for firing the reward sensation that you get are just gone with music for me.
Well, that happens, man, and you're finding new ways to get that reward system met in their awesome ways. So just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I'm not going to try to, get you to play music. That just came up for me. So.
No, I'm pretty good. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Rich, I got a question. You got a video where you actually do have a song, and I don't know if you ever titled it.
Yeah. Like I don't want a soul. Yeah.
Did that come as a wave of inspiration, or did you have to really work at that song?
Actually, and I started working on a new song today, but usually songs like that, I just pick the guitar up. I have a guitar right now. It's actually not even mine. My neighbor let me borrow it 3 months ago and just told me to hang on to it because he never plays it. And I just pick it up from time to time and pick around just to pass the time when I'm bored. And I have my face buried in the computer, working on new campaigns and marketing techniques and strategies. And I get such a migraine, I'll just step away from it and pick my guitar up. And if a tune comes out that I like, I'll keep rolling with it. And that's how that one came out. And that one actually, it wasn't too terribly low vibration, a little bit. That was more along the lines of trying to make a politically quaint reference to how alone I feel, essentially, because, like I said, the answers that we all seek are inside of all of us. And I'm not, myself absolutely listen to self-motivational speeches and gurus and things like that, absolutely. But it seems like so many people don't even want to acknowledge that part that's right in plain sight. Every last one of us, it's right there. And some of us need help. We all need help. I need help. You need help. We all need help from each other to dig that out. But there's some people out there that don't even want to acknowledge it, They want to completely ignore it and stay as deep in amnesia as they possibly can. It's really frustrating, and that's pretty much essentially what, listening to some of Naya's videos and, all the things that we talk about here on YouTube, and that's kind of what inspired that. So I may have trailed off with the answer to the question there.
It's a beautiful song. I hope you're inspired to write more like that. It says so much.
I'm working on a new one. I just started today, and I'm doing that. Like I said, it's another thing that I have now that I'm doing. Kind of spiritually, it's very, very 4D spiritually, 4D earth, but tithing my talent, and yeah, that's one of the things that I'm doing with it. And it's something that to me is an obligation because I honestly don't like to sit down and think about writing a song. I don't like it. It's not enjoyable to me at all, but it is a talent that I was given, and I can't take my talent and give it to somebody else and say I don't want this anymore, I feel like I have the talent for a reason, obviously. So I don't want to let it go to waste, and I'm going to go ahead and tithe my talent and my time by writing songs, because people love it, dude. When I put a song on Facebook, it gets shared like crazy. So.
Well, let me ask Jeremy Thomas, who's also in. Jeremy, when you write songs, you've written a lot of songs. Is it hard for you to write a song?
That's a really weird question for me, bro, because it's really, there's two answers. It's really easy and it's really hard, you know. Sometimes it's really easy. Sometimes I guess I had somebody tell me this a long time ago when I said, you know, I just haven't written anything in a while and haven't felt any inspiration, and he goes, production comes in phases, you know. And so I don't force it, but when I do force it, I've been doing it for so long that it's good, you know. It's like I used to try to force it, and it was like it wasn't, you know, good. There was nothing there. And now and again, when I say force it, I don't even really need force it. The really great thing about my new project is I'm working with my best friend in the world, Bill Wells, and he's writing a lot. He's on fire right now, and it's great to have. You know, me and him had a mind melt when we were like 18 years old, where we literally just became almost one person, you know. And then we've been apart for 20 years musically, and we just got back together again. And it's like we're really good at. It's awesome to have somebody that picks up the slack, you know. Mm-hmm. And then he comes in, he leaves a bridge for me or the last verse for me, and I always come in and hit the home run, you know. So that is really fun for me, to be honest with you, because it's like a lot gets created without a lot of work, just a lot of fun. I think that's part of being in 4D for 4D too, you know, is when, you know, you start producing a lot of things, you know, creating things. That's one of my next videos is going to be about creation and you know, depression, kind of how, you know, people that are, depression is just a result of not being creative, mm-hmm. you know, because creativity, we are from the Creator, we are the Creator, we are Creator. When we're not creating, well, obviously, your Creator God is being depressed, you know. So,
yeah. I never thought about it that way, but that's a good, yeah.